Before this video properly begins, I do want to quickly state that I recorded this earlier before the shop had updated and before any of this other stuff had been added to the in-game files. Some of the helmets that I spoke about in this video are now visible in the game. But anyway, I hope you still enjoy the video regardless. How's it going, magpies? I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I wanted to go through the Halo Infinite Cylix guide and talk about some of the elite cosmetics coming to the game. Today's focus will just be helmets, however I will be talking about things they will come with, such as attachments, or if we know they're included in a bundle, I will talk about some of the other stuff that that bundle will contain. I want to talk about how they will more than likely be earned, whether or not they'll be part of a shop or an event, and just give my thoughts on the items overall. There'll be a link to the Cylix guide in the description so you can look at some of this stuff yourself too. Now it's worth noting there is no upcoming helmets for the Mark 7 as far as we're aware. Right now every Mark 7 helmet that is on the Cylix guide is in the game. So we're going to look at the Mark 5B next. Now pretty much all of these are visible in the menu except two, and that's the Mark 5 and CQB. I believe both of these will be a part of the shop. Mark 5 does look a bit different in Infinite than its other iterations, but I do kind of like it and I'm very much excited for it. Whether or not they're part of bundles, we don't entirely know, however I do think they're just going to be individual helmets. I'm not entirely sure whether or not they'll come with attachments either. I'm very excited for both these helmets to be added to the game, and it would be awesome if they're just given to people that had the Season 1 Battle Pass. Now as far as rarity goes, I believe the Mark 5 is a legendary and CQB is just a rare, a bit like Hazip. This could of course mean they are a part of bundles. I mean, with CQB only being a rare, that would probably mean it's going to be cheaper than the Mark 5 if they are individual. As far as pricing goes, if we're going to base it off of what Firefall was priced, and I believe that was 700, I think the Mark 5 will probably be around about 600. CQB could potentially be 500. We have no idea when these are going to finally be added to the game. I don't expect them until cross-core, honestly. If they're going to sell these helmets, it will be when cross-core comes out so everyone can use it, not just people that own the Reach core. But I don't expect cross-core to be fully implemented until very late Season 2 or early Season 3. Hopefully coatings and whatnot get added today, or at least some of them probably will. Also worth noting, there is no other Yoroi helmet on the Cylix guide, and I know I said I will just be talking about helmets, but there is one thing that has definitely been leaked for the Yoroi, and that's the Dragonborn Noble shoulder pads. These look awesome. They're big dragon shoulder the big dragon faces that go on your shoulders. They look sick, and I'm really disappointed these aren't in the game yet. However, it does look like they will eventually come to it. Anyway, going over to the Eagle Strike core, there is two helmets that have been leaked. That's the BRODIE one and the M199X. One thing I can guarantee is both of these are a part of shop bundles, similar to Lead Belcher. Now, BRODIE should be a full armor set. I believe it comes with a coating, the one that's actually visible in the game already. It's the Rocketeer looking one. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but it's the sort of silver goldish one. That will come with the BRODIE one. It comes with a chest piece, shoulder pads, and some other cosmetics too. The chest piece is the one that I really like, that looks like it's got a bit of an arc reactor. As for M199X, this one is also a part of a bundle, and it's almost a full armor set. Based on the preview image for the bundle, it appears that there's no coating. However, there is shoulder pads, a chest piece, and even a helmet attachment. You get the Nocturne goggles for it, which look really weird and look like it's pulling that one face with the raised eyebrow. As for BRODIE, BRODIE does also have an attachment, and that's the GUMMYTUBE filter attachment, which I kind of like. Finally, looking at the Rakshasa core, there is 3 leaked helmets that are not in the game. Now, I do believe one of these might get added to the shop today, so it purely depends on when I get this video out. But these 3 helmets are LOCUS, Morrigan, and CAMBION. We'll look at LOCUS first. This does come with a helmet attachment too, the Project ENOCH. I've probably pronounced that wrong, but that's the attachment that comes for it. This is a new version of LOCUS, and I don't know how to feel about this one. It does look decent, and I do think it will be a part of some sort of bundle. I don't know if it'll be a big full bundle, or if it'll sort of be one of those half bundles, or if it will just be where you get the helmet and the attachment. I think all of those are possible. So far, I believe it is just the helmet and the helmet attachment have been leaked for this item, so we don't know if there will be a full bundle included. But it looks decent, and I'm excited for it to get added to the game. I'm intrigued to know what it will be a part of. As for Morrigan, we know this is part of the next event, the Alpha Pack event. There will also be an attachment for it that you will get for free. So this helmet is completely free, and I love the way this one looks. It almost looks like concept art Fred. And this is probably my favourite of the Rakshasa helmets, and once I get this, I will probably use this armor core a lot more. It looks sick. The final helmet is obviously CAMBION. This has 3 attachments, funnily enough. Now I'm curious to know what that means for this. Does that mean that it's not going to be part of a full bundle, but you will get the helmet and the 3 attachments, which I hope is the case, unless this helmet is going to be free and you can buy the attachments or something along those lines. The helmets, funnily enough, are also made up of different rarities, with 2 being epic and 1 being legendary, so that just raises more questions as to how this helmet, how you're going to acquire this helmet. Now, if it is free, I think that'd be great, and I don't think people would have that much of an issue buying some of the attachments, maybe if the helmet and 1 of the attachments is free, but I do believe this will be a part of a shop bundle, and I'm assuming with a shop bundle you'll get the attachments too. I can't see them charging you for the attachments separately. I know this is 343 we're talking about, but I don't think they're that stupid. While we are on the topic of helmets, there's some leaked helmet attachments for the Resetsu helmet that I do want to talk about. There's the QUILLHAWK attachment, which should be part of the Yappening event. It's a little mohawk attachment. It looks fine. There's also the Sunshade attachment, which looks pretty strange. I don't know when these are going to be added. Well, we know QUILLHAWK is part of the Yappening, which should start September 6th. As for Sunshade, I really have no idea how this is going to be acquired. I don't know if it's part of an event, I don't know if it's a shop bundle. Obviously the helmet is free, so I wouldn't be entirely surprised if it's part of the shop. But that would seem very strange, and I don't know what it would be included in. There's also some other helmet attachments for the Mark 7 helmets that are leaked, such as the one for Firefall, the Mark 62. I have no idea if this is ever even going to get added, considering you had to buy Firefall individually. And also, funnily enough, when you click on ISR, it comes up with a few other attachments, such as the Tauros one and the Venoma one. So it seems like there's a few here that are coming out at some point, but we just don't know when. There was also one for the Cavallano helmet, the default one, which is like a little gas mask attachment, and this as well hasn't released, even though it's been shown in like promo images for like events and stuff, so it's weird that this isn't out yet. But as for that, I don't really know if there's any other leaked attachments for the Mark 7. There is also another attachment for the Mark 5 B Core, which is the CBRN attachment. I don't really, well, it's the Mark 50 version, not the Mark 55 version. The Mark 55 CRBN is already in the game. It was CBRN, sorry, I keep butchering that. But the Mark 50 is not yet available, so I don't know when that will be added either, or if it will be added. But for the most part, I believe that's everything for helmet attachments. But with that, I believe that covers every leaked helmet and helmet attachment that are currently available in the Cylix guide. If I've missed any, let me know down in the comments. This was a pretty fun video to make, and I'd like to do more in the future, so if you enjoyed it, let me know. I would love to actually go through some of the other leaked armors, like chest pieces, or through like coatings and stuff like that. So if it is something you'd like to see more of, please let me know down in the comments. Anyway, if you've enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new here. We've just hit 1,000 subs, which is crazy. That was my end of year goal, and we're barely halfway through the year and we've already done it. Thank you all so much, and I'll catch you all in the next one.